Papagena. Potemki na poka.
This is the cinemas. Have some respect.
Ma che le buone movies. Stata. Hush. Tomato. Look at you.
You again.
No. Milano, papadan. Okay. Wow. Meow. Shish. Pure bacca la macchina.
That's it, buddy. You're out of here.
No. Oh, les movies. Papi. Stoppa. Macarena, shush.
That's enough, fella. Move that ticket.
Les movies. Bello, back prize. Po,
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Peanut again. Out you go. They do not pay me enough to deal with this baloney. Get up, get out.
Oh, c'est les pouillards. Bayou pudding. Oh, Choucha. Stoppa, les potes. Slip, chat. Stoppa, la Macarena. Bow. Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Talks Too Much.
Oh, la potaille.
Hello.
C'est les slippers. No, tocca tu.
Time to go, Gabby Goose.
Right there! Everyone in the city gets a shot at being smart live on my screen! No!
Don't you look so worried, face? I've got one for you.
Time to put your walking boots on.
Milano, papadan. Okay. Wow. Meow. Shish.
Well, good evening and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Tonight, probably not going to be as long as night as I usually do. Oh, turn that down. There we go. And that's generally because it's my wedding anniversary this evening. So, I'll be having a relaxing drink after the stream tonight. But I have had a productive week so far. I've been building something different. I did start it last Saturday, so Marcus has knowledge of what I've done. So, and here it is. Well, you can just see the aerials there, and there's the rest of it. It is the antenna section for the Patriot missile system that I'm doing, and that's in 148. Now, these are ARI kit, or an ARI kit as it's called. Yeah, well, I can't exactly get up and go for a drink now because it's, well, you're right. And then there's also, where I'm nearly finished, the control unit for the Patriot system. That just needs decals. But this is from a different maker, and it weren't until I've sort of started looking at the decals that I noticed that they had Chinese symbols on them. So they're not really much good. So yeah, other than that, this week what we'll be adding, other than picking up a couple of my the Imperium magazine, and this week from the Imperium magazine we have this one, and that's issue number 43, and we've got a rather rubbish Citadel layer brush, the black handle one. I don't generally use them, or if I do, it's like a one-shot use and bin them because they sort of like go pretty rubbish after a while, fairly soon. And a Stormhost silver paint, so that paint will go into the spare slash drawer, and the brush will just go into the drawer spares. Other than that, there's one other kit that I did have in, and here is, I did mention the other day, and that is a 148 Lizzie, or Lysander. Now, this is a Gavia kit, so never actually built one, but for what I can see and what I've actually read of it, it is now the Eddard kit. Basically, they took over the mould, and it came with masks and, for some strange reason, lots of photo etch. So yeah, we'll have fun with that, I think. But other than that, it looks a pretty good kit. Now, I've been after one for quite some time, and that again was donated to me by a very good friend. Now, with with the Patriot system, there's two more sections to do, and one's the radar system of it, and the other part is the actual Patriot missile thing. And all these should hopefully at some point or other go into a diorama. So I've got I think 12 figures to paint as well, all in 148. So that's going to be interesting. So it's all fun and games, as they say. So yeah, so I'd just like to say happy wedding anniversary to Korra Pink, my little wife. So yep. There we go. She had completely forgotten that I was doing stream tonight. I think it's just old age catching up on her. But there we go. So we're going to chat quickly and see who's about. Go to the top, and first of all we've got Marcus Brunning saying good evening Ross, happy anniversary to you and your missus, and hello to all in chat. Good evening Marcus, and welcome to the stream. And then we've got Dogsaurus saying hi Ross, Korra Pink, and everyone in chatland. Good evening Mark, Jeff, oh sorry, William I should say. Nice of you to join us. And then we've got Marcus saying hi to Dorka. And Dorka saying happy anniversary. Thank you very much. And Marcus saying after the stream, Ross, that's about me having a drink. Yeah, I'll just turn this light off a minute. There we go. Not so bright. So I'm not blinding you with me forehead. Then we've got Paul J. Lewis in saying hi Ross, Marcus, Bron, and Dorkosaurus. Good evening, Paul. Welcome to the stream. And then we've got Jacqueline from Jackie Crochet Art saying hi. We are both watching on the big TV. Really? So yeah, don't worry about it. Anybody think I've already been on the booth? Never mind, I haven't. So good evening, Jackie and Kevin. Welcome to the stream. And we've got Jackie saying hi to Marcus and Dorkosaurus. And we've got Marcus saying hi to Paul, Jacqueline, and Kevin. Then we've got Panzer Puddy Tatting saying hi Ross. And he's also saying hi to Marcus and hi to Dorka. And you got Jacqueline saying hi to Panzer. And then we've got Panzer saying hi to Jacqueline and to Paul PJ. Then we've got Marcus saying hi to Panzer. Then we've got Paul Lewis saying evening Panzer Cat. And then we've got Edward Leonard in. Good evening, Edward. Welcome to the stream. Saying evening, Ross and chat. So, welcome to the stream. And thank you for joining us. So tonight, we're going to be carrying on with the Mortis engine. I've got 3 more bits ready to paint up. So we'll carry on with them in a minute. Let's get the admin part out of the way with, shall we? If you wish to support my channel, you can do so by going to the patreon.com/Scale Model Ninja or PayPal, which is Scale Model Ninja at PayPal, whatever it is, the address. Can't remember now what it fully is. And then also buy me a coffee, which the link is somewhere in, I think, comes up on the other screen, whatever you want to call it. And we've got Panda saying hi to Edward and Squishy Hugs. So in my Patreon there's 3 stages or 3 levels. So if you wish to support me and help me pay for paints and glue, it'd be much appreciated. Well, okay. So we'll get down to Macam and we'll see what's going on. Tonight's stream may not be going on as long as I normally do, and that's generally because it's, as I said, my wedding anniversary. So here's the 3 parts that we'll be doing tonight. Hopefully we'll do a bit more than that. You never know. We just got to do the, oh, that piece is done, I think. No, that bit's final wash on it, which is the greeny wash, I think. These are the parts that I've got done already. So we've got the 3 main frame parts at the back from the Mortis engine. They are all done, and there's no shortage of bits to do on it. That's one thing about the Mortis engine, it does have quite a bit of bits to it. As you can see, quite a fair stack of parts, and as you know, I paint all these up separately. My own madness, I think. So yeah, yeah, there's a few more bits on these that I can sort of play around with if I get these done tonight. Oh, I've got another frame part there as well to do. So yep, move them over to there. So we've got skeletal hand and a blade for this piece. So we're going to start off with the Rekar flesh we're using for the skeletal parts. So what have we all been up to this week and what we're building at the moment? Anything good? It's like I do have a little stack down the side here. It's about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kits that I put to one side that are going to be my next builds. I've got them already sitting there. And don't worry, Marcus, the Shackleton's not one of them. Sounds like our cat's having fun. I'm running up and down the stairs at the moment. It's running around like a herd of elephants. He's obviously found something to chase up and down there. You got Panda saying hi, Edward, squishy hugs. And then Marcus saying hi to Edward, and you got Panzer saying, well, you got Edward saying hi to Panzer, squishy hogs back, and he's also saying hello to Marcus. I did actually win a couple more kits in the auction as well this week, and they should hopefully be arriving in the next couple of days, I think. One of them is a F-15C, and the other is the 148 C-47 Spooky, which I'm quite looking forward to doing. I did used to have one before, but then I had to sell it due to the good old money constraints at times. So it's like with anything in my stash, if it's like most people that have a stash, if they need money, you generally sell a couple of kits just to get you by and then replace them when you can. And that's how I treat my stash. It's basically like a savings pot. Oh yeah, it's like this evening we haven't had, I've not had any din-dins yet, because one, I'm busy working on the paper at things, and two, I suppose it's like I wasn't really feeling hungry at the time. So has anybody has anything exciting for din-dins? Or breakfast or lunch, where depending on your time zone? Now, on this one, I'll have to do the red first. So this is actually a book on one side, but it's got a load of skeletal markings plus the back of the book, which I've got to do. And it's yeah, it's easier to do the red. So I want the crown red, I think, right, wherever that is. Back there, which I haven't brought down yet. There you go. That's Mephiston. There it is, crown red. Got a bit stodgy. Like the cap needs cleaning out on that. So if you haven't watched how I clean my caps out that get clogged up, there is a simple way of doing it. You pull them off and then brush them out. I think it goes. Oh, God, nearly. Like that. So it turns it inside out. And as you can see, it breaks the clog off. Look at me, tweezers. And it should pull that clogged part off, like so. That will help just clear it off. It breaks it away and loosens it. Cool, that's dried out a bit. Left this one a bit too long to clean out, really. It's been a while since I last used it. Oh, cool, blimey. That has clogged up well and truly. And that's mainly because it's getting to the end of this pot. That's why I find this generally does clog up a lot quicker. Make sure I got all that loose stuff off. And then all you do is to put it back together. Just push it in like so. Squeeze it back down. And there we go. You get a proper seal back on the lid. There. In the bin. There we go. Sorted. Now we have to give that a bit of a stir. Where's one of these stirry sticks? A broken handle somewhere. That's the one I want. Oh. Well, I would want that one, but I just dropped from the floor. Ah, there's the handle. Basically an old brush handle. in there. And you want to do a tiny little bit around the hilt. One up there, I think. Yep, there we go. There we go. Alright. The that one, which is Retributor armor. Starting to clog up, so I'll have to clean that one out at some point. Yep, just like that. This one should just pull out, hopefully. It shouldn't be too far clogged. Well, it shouldn't be as solid as the other one. But no, you want to be awkward, don't you? Let's go out as well. Yeah, mainly because this one's actually a fairly full pot. That was just coming out a lot easier, like so. There we go. Let's make sure we get the last little bits out. There's the front. Sorted. There we go. That's my own fault for not actually keeping an eye on them when they're getting a bit clogged up. And normally for the blades they use like a lead belcher, but I'm not going to use lead belcher on these because I want to give them like a rusty effect. So the one I'm going to be using should be Iron Hand Steel, if I remember right, to colour it. Rune Lord Glass, so I find it gives like a more of a sort of rusty effect for the blade. And then also leaves it so I can actually then use the lead belcher for the armour and then go over like a sort of like dry brushing of rust from the Vallejo. Which part of the skeleton on there? Oh, a bit more. What's that one? I missed a finger from the skeletal hand there. There we go. That's better. And once I've done the blade and it's dried, not really not right. Definitely not that one. I think it's not that one. Where is it? In the other stand. It is that one. grabbing the wrong one then. Got Marcus saying no time at the bench so far this week, so the shack is taunting me from the bench at the moment. Oh dear. If I want to change my mind about that, actually. Yeah. A bit too grassy that one. So no, something different, I think. Where are we? Moonfang Steel. Do-do-do-do. Needing that. Yeah, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go over that with this Moonfang Steel, and then you're going to use the other brass one as a dry brush over it. I think it's a little bit better, I think. That's that. We've got a few minutes to dry off. This one now. And we've got another blade here. Now I will be going over these blades with non-oil, and then I'm going to go over with rape and flesh shade. And that should, once I've left it to dry. So I want a wood brown. Now, yeah, big more tank brown. Usually helps if you have lid on, wouldn't it, brush? Another one that's clogged up. Now, the only reason why I'm not lifting this lid off, because the centre part is full of paint. It's not too badly clogged. I just hadn't remembered to put the lid down fully. Yeah. I don't think I did want to do, but I don't. Yeah. Pot slightly over full. I think I took the remaining off of out of another pot and put it into that one. So that's why that's gone that way, I think. I'm going to do the handle. Little snipey dude. Now, while I was painting, I actually noticed he's got some sort of padlock and thing around his neck. So I'm going to use the Ruin Lord Blast to bring the chain out on that one, I think. After I've gone over it with lead belt. He wouldn't handle them. Miss that one, sorry. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to go over the blades with the Ruin Lord Brass. And that's just going to be like a dry brush over it. I need a small dry brush. Which is where? Ah, there you are. Scrap of paper. I can get a lot. Better. You can see where it's gone from like the really bright silvery colour to like a rusty looking colour. So it should be like that, shiny and bright. Turn that one a bit. There we go. So you can see it's all shiny and bright, like almost a white colour. And then if I use dry brush over it. It's almost gone to like a dark, rusty brown colour over the edge, which will go darker once I've gone over with oil. That's the right colour flesh shade. Actually, I'll go over that first, I think. I've got JC Bricks and Builder saying, evening Ross and everyone in chat. Good evening James and welcome to the stream. And we've got Marcus saying hi to James, saying looking good Ross, thank you very much. And now I want a slightly bigger brush. I'm also going to go over the real brass colour as well. So I want the actual right from flesh shade to sort of pull into the divots of the blade, and it dulls the brass effect down. There we go. So you can see it's completely dulled it down now. And then when I go over the nun oil, when that's dried, it will darken it down even more to make it look like a weathered in blade. I'll just give them a few minutes to dry, and then we can start doing chrome red on that book. That one. Small brush. Over the edges of the inside edges, I should say. Of the cover and the inside of the book. As the pages we'll be doing in Ashbati bone. And got everybody saying hi to James, and then James is saying hi to Marcus and Panzer. Then what I'll do once I've done the Ashbati bone, colour on the actual pages, I'll go over the page with Agrax Earthshade, and that sort of like weathers the page in a bit. Well, this is where it gets the fun part, so I've got to go in between all the little bits of bone. And I don't mind catching the bone a little bit there, because I've actually used another dark colour for the bone, which is that Rakash Flesh, I think it's called, or Rakton. Yeah, Raka. Well, that should, in theory, cover this reddish colour up nicely. Or like a burgundy red this is. Sadly, you've got no choice about hitting the bone when trying to do the book cover. It's nigh impossible, I think. And I am using a 10/0 brush doing this. And most of the time I'm just using the tip of it to go in between the bone. And just gently dabbing it down. Could be able to tidy it up a bit more. And I'll do the other colours on it. Does anybody else, when they're doing like really little tiny bits, hold their breath? If you move too much, you end up smudging it everywhere. Just brush that, I think. Right. Let me just get a little bit dry. And then you've got James saying hi to Edward. There you go. That's it. One more tiny bit left, I think. We'll finish off the other parts of the skeleton. Just get there. There's 2 more little bits on this side to do. And I think that's the book cover done. Looks like the blades are dried, so I should be able to do them next. But yeah, that's all the inlay parts done for the red. We'll give that a couple of minutes to dry off. And now I just need the shade. Make the bone and everything go a bit darker. And go with a bit of Agrex onto the blade as well. Just to try and test out a theory of one. Now, load in oil, should use that one. Scythe blade. Okay, so we'll also come down the handle with the oil. Okay. So on the skeleton of this one, we'll use the Agrex Earthshade. Now, if you remember, I actually used the luminescent green, I think it was, just to go over the skeleton, because it's it sort of gives it a mouldy, weathered look, in my opinion. So I've got the ring around his neck to do, which he's got going into the lead belcher. And the padlock there. There we go. And what I'm going to do is actually probably dry brush some of that silver back onto the blade, but just for the edges, near enough so I can catch the edges of it, so it just makes it a bit sharper defined of it. Oh, that will do. A bit of paper. I'll do over this one first. That's just literally just a gentle rub, and it just sort of highlights the thick edges of it and gives it more of a line to the edge of it and all. So yeah, that's going to need a few more minutes to dry. So while we're waiting for them to dry, we'll go over the pages on this one. So we need a spatty bone. Now you can actually get some runes, like a sort of scroll print for the book, if you wanted to. There are some out there available. At the moment, I don't think I have any. So I think I might have used them on me other chaos stuff that I do. That's sort of, there you go, sort of defining the book pages. And then to sort of bring them out a bit more, I'll use Agrax Earthshade onto that. And then go over with Nunall again. It sort of weathers the pages in for us nicely. And you got James saying hi to Edward. Still not fully dried. But that one is, so we should be able to get this. Don't want over too much of this stuff. It is reasonably bright. There we go. And the good thing about using this stuff, the technical paint one, it means that in night time all these bones should glow in the dark, under black light basically. They'll glow, so gives it a different effect altogether. Yeah, sure. So there is one that's dried. I'll go over Agrax Surfshade and it'll blend it down so it looks something along the lines of that. Dry that nicely out. So, close you before you dry out. There we go. So it looks like all nicely weathered in pages now. Next more called Duty. So we'll give it a couple of minutes to dry off. So that piece let's get into a section. Let's go over a bit more with that. Which is a bit too bright on the yellowy green. It looks, yep, matches in with that quite nicely. I don't think I actually did that part, did I? There we go. That looks better. Makes it look as though it collected a bit of dirt. Again, we'll just go over this one as well. There we go. So now we need to do the lead belcher for the chain around his neck. Well, the ringlet around his neck. Now, this skeleton does actually have a skeletal head to go with it. I've just got to find out which one it is. But that means I've got to look at the instructions. Yes, Edward, that venom crawler of yours is looking really good, mate. Do like the sort of like terracotta orangey colour for it. And we need that one again because we've got a dry brush around that edge of the blade. There we go, that's that blade done. So now we just want to go where the little padlock is around his neck. I'm going to go over that with the Retributor armor again. So we've got Dorkosaurus saying, I'm still here working on the venom crawler. Dinner tonight is chili dogs. Oh. Chili. Not a fan, I'm a great lover of, but the wife and the kids do like it. Yeah, even though this is going to look a bit stark at first, what I'll do is I'll go over some Reikland flesh shade over the gold area. And then after that go with some none all. Okay, so that seems to all dried off nicely. Now what I'll do is I'll go over the bone on part of it, on the top section, which I need that one. Here goes, it's Vallejo Fire Red 71084. Yeah, I think I've got a bottle of that because it's like a nice colour, mate. It's taking you a bit of a while to get round to it, but it's certainly, the wait is definitely worth the effort you put into it, mate. So I think you actually, remember rightly, you'd seen my one that I did, and then you liked it that much you went out and bought yourself one, I think, if I remember rightly. Or was it one you won in an auction? Can't remember now. Put it off eBay, yeah, that's right. So now I did put one in. There's an auction on one of the auction I did for charity, and I did put one in then. And that's what I will say as well. When I start doing the rest of the Age of Sigma magazine builds, once I've actually done a couple of the figures, I will then, whatever figures I've got left over that I haven't painted or built, I'll put them up for grabs. And we'll do either a little auction for them, and then any money raised will go towards the two charities that I support. Because I don't want a massive great big army, because I think I've got something like 400 figures to paint if I did all of them. And to me that's just, it's pointless for me doing that, because I don't want to play the game. Unlike the Imperium set ones, I will have to do all of them because my eldest son wants them, because he actually wants to learn to play the game, which is fair enough. So all the Space Marines out of that set, of the Imperium one, they're going to be turned into Blood Angels, because he wants a red army. Poor lad. Next thing you're telling me he'll be supporting Manchester United. Oh dear. Can't let that happen. Get him to grow up and support a real sport, i.e. rugby. We nearly got this skeleton done. I'm lucky enough with when I'm putting the paint on, the sort of this thickness, which is not very thick at all, it's drying fairly quickly, so I can actually hold the piece a bit easier as I move it around. And there's also a metal stringer that goes around the edge of the book as well, or just inside from the edge. I'll be doing that in a minute. I'm pretty good. I'm quite happy with that, I think. So that's the little skeleton part done. Oh dear. And you got Douglas saying, when I've done this one, with this one, it's going up for sale. The next one will be painted in sub-assemblies. Lesson learned. Yes, it's definitely one of those kits that you need to do in sub-assemblies, sadly, because it's a lot of intricate stuff that you've got to go back into and around. So yeah, sub-assemblies do help when it comes like that. Hence the reason why, with me doing all these parts in sub-assemblies, because it allows me to get into things like this underneath here, which I've got to do yet. I've got to go with the green on the skulls and then go over with the koala green shade on the stonework, and then that should blend it into the same sort of colouring, like bluey green of the top stone there. So hopefully we'll get that all sorted. And now I want the lead belcher. That should go around. As you can see, that little white line at the moment, that is all metal banding. See? And that's all the metal banding sorted. Okay. I just noticed I missed a bone. Well, I did say I wasn't going to go on as long, but ended up doing a full show in the end. Swine. Where have you gone? Ah, but I gotcha. Me one carpet monster nil. There. I think I've got it. Oh, missed it there. I'm not really overly worried. You know what I mean? The Agrax Earthshade that I'm going to put over it should. Yes, Panzer, but Carpet Monster lost. Yep, that's that part all nicely ready. So what we'll do now is I'll go over with the look at this Agrax. And I'm going to go over the whole thing on this one. First of all, I will go over with the yellow in when it's dried. I don't think I want to get that far tonight. I'll dry in time. But there we go. So that's Mr. Skeletal book holder all sorted. So tonight we haven't done too bad. I mean, I've got 3 more bits near enough completed. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to start working on it when I'm not streaming. So we've got them 2 pieces done. And the skeletal book is got so far along, just got to go over there. Bone with the yellowy, this greeny yellow, and yeah, I think it'll look quite good when it gets past that point. So yeah, I think we'll call it there tonight because I've got to spend some time with the good lady. It's one of those things. Actually, I'll just quickly go over this stonework. Got it here. Where are you? Well, And I will go over it again with the Agrax Earth shade to dull it down a bit more, so it sort of blends in more with the other stone piece, because that's that one. So it's just going to be a bit too dark, that will be. Done. All the bone work on the back of here to sort of yellow down as well. And there we go. That's that part done. I'm going to take a little bit of white over it again, and I'll just go over the Agrax Earth shade just to blend it down a bit more. The blue is a bit too prevalent on that. So yeah, we have quite a few more bits done. So I squeeze that down a bit more. There we go. You should be able to see a lot more. There we go. So yeah, there we go. That's all the flaffle out of the way. So these are the parts we've got done so far. Bad thing about having so many connects on your desk at one time. So other than the yellowing down the main bone there, and the same on the bone work there, that's all going to be yellowed down a bit more, so it matches in with the other skeleton parts. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed the way this is coming along so far. Getting bits done here and there. Yeah, it's quite big. I've got a picture of it. Shows them. Stay that way. Edward, so yeah, it's one of these. One. We do have a what they are saying it's supposed to look like. No, there is. Is supposed to look like something. I'll bring that in the back down again. That's what it's supposed to look like. What they're saying it does with all the bone and everything like that. But I'm making mine slightly different, where the banshees there and there, they'll have their corsets painted in chrome red with silver outline to it. I'll be doing more highlights on the shields and everything, the armor to the horses there, and the sort of like the skulls and the head bone, the horns and everything. I'll be painting all them up, and the armor in his head, the spears and everything, they're all going to get made to look almost like real ones, but it's going to be a lot more detail to it and bring it out. So I don't like just plain white gun over with Nighthorn gun. It just sort of looks too plain to me, even though you've got quite a bit of colour there. But mine's going to be more dark and morbid sort of looking. So hopefully, anyway. That's my intention. Whether or not it happens or not, different matter altogether. But that's my main intention. So yeah, go back up to facey cam. And there we go. Turn that off again. There we go. So yeah, I'm hoping you enjoyed that stream. So as I said, I'll probably do a bit more on it during the week, rest of the week, and see how it gets on by Saturday. Hopefully I'll have the cab, well, the controller cab for the Patriot system finished, and then it'll just need weathering in a bit. And yeah, so hopefully everything will go well with that, and I hope you're enjoying watching me experiment, basically. So I'll say ta-ta for now, take care, stay safe, and happy modelling. Bye bye.